All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, I think this is episode 4 of the Rumble Pack podcast. I'm your host, Trey Quintero. We are recording at the Shack Food Dojo. I'm joined here with John Stinnett and Shaquille Courtney. Say hello. Let me hear your beautiful voices.
Bitches.
And Justin Wood, why don't you go ahead and show yourself for the audience there. All right.
Who's here this week? Hey.
Doesn't work very well. Hi,
Has it been a month? Is this a month
Yeah.
for Rumble Pack?
Could be.
We actually lasted this long. Wow.
Don't have hologram Justin this week. I wouldn't split the 15,000 bill.
So, bullshit. Justin and I just saw Spider-Man. And John will have to keep us on track or we will talk about this all night.
John didn't say.
I called it. I said all night tonight it's going to be Spider-Man talk.
We'll do
it'll be in and
we'll
out.
do a good
all time.
half-hour Spider-Man talk and then we'll move on.
Yeah. That's all we
Way to scare them.
Based on our last video, a half hour is maybe a little too long.
Yeah.
Even on
Wow.
its own. My wife watched the first one. She watched the whole first thing.
Was she blown away when you explained Pokemon to her?
She does not.
Did she not follow?
I don't think that entire thing mattered to her. I think that all she got out of that was that
you're on the
you
internet.
know. Well, no, just that you know too much about Pokemon.
Yeah. That's what she and
That was
that
the
I
takeaway.
looped, and that I looped the background footage.
Yeah, she noticed
That's
the
the
same
one thing
thing.
she
Oh,
noticed, yeah.
Oh, that's the same gameplay. Change that up.
You're not supposed to be watching that. That's supposed to be background, like
Yes, but when somebody's talking about Pokemon, they're like, oh, hey, what's in the background? Let me-
my noise.
That's
I
the
was gonna
same
bring
thing.
some Pokemon footage of the tournament, and then my cousin and his roommate were not. They weren't prepared.
Okay. Well, next time
I'm gonna
they
fraps
are,
it.
do it, and then I'll.
I'm gonna record myself.
It'll
and-
be on the side.
and I'm gonna fraps.
Yes!
the tournament. Yeah,
Yes,
that
that'll
was
be
the
good.
point.
That'll be good.
Yeah, they just weren't ready.
So Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
dude, Emma
Fantastic.
Stone. Seriously, I have a hardcore crush on her anyway, but oh my god, she was awesome.
A little creepy there.
Yeah,
No,
very creepy.
I would
You should have seen it from the camera's perspective.
I would let Emma Stone do shameful things to me
I don't think she would, not to you.
if she wanted to.
In retrospect,
I'd
this
dress
was
up in a
good
gimp
idea.
suit for her.
Huh?
I would.
We would do that for anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Not really.
You sure about that?
Pretty sure. Just you and Emma Stone.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
So yeah, it was cool. It was a lot. Snowball. Brought it back. We brought it back.
No Snowball. This guy has a little crush on lots of guys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. No, sorry.
the homophobic seal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Is it a ball?
it was darker. No.
It's a bald eagle.
So Justin's back. He's actually here this time. Well, actually, we had to come to him for him to
Hey.
participate.
This was a lot farther drive than I had expected.
It went a lot faster than I
I
thought
take
it
this
was.
drive
I was
all
like,
the time.
I was like, this is gonna be a pitch to get to his house, and then we made it in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is why we cycle, because the drive is an ass.
Yeah.
We can. Candace said, I know you said you won't, but she's like, I don't care.
Because I don't get loud and stupid.
When my brothers come over, my brothers are going to come over this week, tomorrow, and they're not anymore. But when my family comes over, it's like 9 people in my house, and we're up till like 5 in the morning, screaming at each other
You can do
about
it.
board games. You know, we'll be playing Risk. I fucking won! 3 o'clock in the morning.
I've got
Alright.
Risk in the back room if you want to play.
We can do that. There's a lot of
Jesus
space over there.
There it is. So I would like y'all, if y'all want to, come over
Yeah,
one time.
I'll bring some pizza next time. It won't have to be 4 in the morning next time. We're doing this stupid late because of the movie,
Spider-Man.
because of Spider-Man, but totes worth it.
The
It
amazing
was.
Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man. Shaq's
I thought-
always like, you better have some respect in your voice when
Yeah.
you say Spider-Man. It's not just
So
Spider-Man.
You guys both went to Spider-Man?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm the only Spider-Man virgin here.
Spider-Man version.
However,
It was good. Go see it though.
It was.
3D doesn't really make a difference.
We-
See, I didn't do
Yeah,
3D, we did
remember.
normal, and
It
it was
really-
Just
superb.
it
Yeah.
really-
We were born in the 90s.
There's a
Very
couple
good
scenes.
movie.
There's
89
only a
bro.
couple scenes where he goes first person.
Like
and
the
then-
very beginning
Then it was
scenes.
really cool. No, toward the end when it's like hurry, go.
First person
Oh,
hardcore.
okay.
But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of free running incorporated into the web swinging too, which is cool.
Parkour?
'Cause
Yeah.
you just straight yeah.
Take parkour, and then when the dude's about to fall, throw a web
He
shooter.
does that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
There's one part though where
that's
where
what's
to
fun,
get Gwen out of danger, he has to throw her out of a window, and then he webs her. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that was deliberate because that's how she dies in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know if they put that in there on purpose.
Probably.
Oh, just wait.
Probably.
It's gonna be
They
fun.
probably.
I was like, oh no, this is where she dies already.
He's like, I'm gonna throw you out a window. Like, dude,
I was like,
slows down.
It's like in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, where he's like, his wife is like, come on, we must not be late for the theater.
Everybody sighed. They're like, oh.
No, it's like three people in my theater side.
That's it?
That's it. I was like, I'm in a freaking audience of dumbasses. Like nobody understands that.
Look at the coins. If you look at it's the funniest shit in the world. Look at all of the coins, like the quarter, the dime, the nickel, and the penny. All of them are facing the same way, except for the penny. It's facing the other way. And it's like some people just don't know how to let shit go.
So he won't get shot in the head.
Yes.
It was so, like, oh my god. And even Nicole was like, what? I don't understand. Why? Why don't you want him to go to the theater? And I was like, baby, no.
Don't be that.
No.
I have those very same interactions sometimes.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
We're dating kind of the same type of people.
Yeah, and she's brilliant, just
Yeah.
not that kind of brilliant.
We just care about a very
Niche,
yeah.
minute.
right little slice of life. So anyway, so what's up, guys?
I want to correct some stuff that we said last week.
Go ahead, feel free. Just
The-
don't take in 2 hours.
Just
To do that.
for my bullshit portion.
Let's shoot our retraction.
The good, because I was completely confused. The good Mass Effect ending, the Paragon ending, is where you take control of everything. That's the good ending. The bad ending is where you blow
They changed it.
everything
Though.
up.
They changed it.
Yeah.
I thought the original
Negative.
good ending
No,
was not synthesis, but
that's new.
That's neutral.
This is neutral. Blowing up is bad. Taking control is good. It's the Paragon.
I didn't even know destruction was one of them in the original.
Yeah, you shoot. It shows Anderson doing it.
Doing what?
Shooting the actual crucible.
I didn't know that was the original one because I only
So
played the neutral.
and really, in my ending, Shepard didn't die. He's still alive.
Okay.
What ending did you take?
It's the good ending.
Which
Paragon, where he takes control of everything.
Well,
What happens is he disintegrates and ascends to be
A Reaper,
the hive mind of the Reaper.
right?
Right. So his
Which I thought was amazing.
his consciousness still exists.
Yeah.
That was my ending, and so I'm like, that's not the bad ending. Okay, I don't know what ending I had, guys.
Yeah.
So that's the Paragon positive.
the bad ending is when you choose to do nothing.
Yeah, you can shoot it. You
I don't
can
want to
shoot
do
the
this.
kid,
I don't want to do
Shoot
that.
at the
which would make no
You
sense
can
because
shoot the kid?
you can shoot the kid.
I chose to do nothing. He's like, you can do this. I was like, I don't want to do that. He's like, you can do this. I was like, I don't want to do it either. Where's the middle? I just want to do synthesis.
we were
You don't
wrong.
want to see it.
and we stated that incorrectly. Had to
Forgive all
recant
5
that.
of you who were confused by that.
I was like, I have to go find out now.
I thought that was so cool where because IGN put up every ending, and the one where he turns around and shoots the kid, and the deepest, the most evil voice comes out of the kid, and he's like, so be it, and like you just stand there. It was the creepiest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. It did a better job of explaining what happened because Admiral Hackett was like, everyone evacuate. You know, you didn't originally understand why you were leaving. Like, why would you leave? Like, I said that in the podcast. I was like, why would they leave Shepard there?
Right.
And it was because Hackett, gave the order to evacuate. So, like, it helped make sense, but it still could have been better originally.
I am just appalled that this was the extended cut. It nothing really changed.
Yeah.
They slapped a whole bunch
They say
of stuff.
extended cut.
What did I
like
say?
an editor was like, no, we have to leave this stuff out. It's like you really didn't have to.
And what was the one comment that I made last week about video games? They are every time DLC comes out. I say,
Oh yeah, this should
the
have been on the
fuck
game.
wasn't this in the game
Right.
when it released? This should have never. This should not be something I paid for extra.
But
Right.
you didn't pay for it.
Well, yeah, but they shouldn't have had to
it was
band-aid this whole
completely
thing in the first
free.
place.
I was like, hey, you know what?
Right. It
This
should,
is
it
the
should have
thing
been
that we were going to do. Here you go. It's completely free. We're not
Yeah.
gonna make you pay for it
It's
like we do
good, yeah.
with everything else.
But
But they didn't have to band-aid it like that. Like, if they would have done it that way originally. Because they say extended cut. When extended cut is normally like the director's cut, the director wants all this footage in, but the editors have to go in and say, no, you can't have some of this. Choose what you want to get rid of. And so they chose like the most crucial part. And
they chose some things when Admiral Hackett. There was another comment that he made, and he said it can all be rebuilt.
yeah.
And that you're sitting there thinking there are no mass relays.
Right.
Everything's
the
gone.
only ending that made sense is the control ending where the Reapers, you see the Reapers rebuilding the mass relays.
right.
Then everything can be rebuilt.
Yeah,
But not if you've destroyed everything, or
everything.
you've synthesized everything.
And
Well, if you
that
synthesize everything, it's still in
that one sentence to me was like that. There was no way to really do anything to tell the rest, to tell more stories in the universe.
It's done.
That one sentence says, "Oh, okay, maybe so." And then there was one other thing: the storyteller at the end who said, "The little kid was like, tell me another story."
Yeah, of the shepherd.
Right, and or do you
I
have
know.
any more stories? And she was like, I have tons. And she was like, okay, we have time for one more. And you go, oh, okay, there might be more games in this universe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Shepherd needs to not come back at
He
all.
won't. I don't think he'll come back.
At the
but I
very
think-
minimal, he needs to make like a walk by cameo.
Yeah,
Like
Well-
there needs to be no more Shepherd after this.
yeah.
Not that there could be. I kind of take that back now. It sounds stupid for me to say that because in any of them, he's not Shepherd anymore.
He's done,
Yeah,
He's dead, and ascended.
but I don't know. They fixed it, but they didn't. If they would have done it right in the first place.
Do you think that they could have more games in the universe?
I agree with him. As long as they can do it, as long as it's taken from a view of somebody else, they'd probably have
Like
to.
he can't be human. I don't think we can play as a human again.
As long as they give him
I
an
would buy a
open
Mass
game.
Effect Asari game.
I don't think the game would end.
I liked.
Shut up! Don't give me that look. Justin's
liked
giving me
the
that look,
Turians.
like,
I
just-
actually liked them as a
Dude.
race.
Did you
Even
get the ending where
Asari
the
is-
old man is telling the story, or just the Asari is telling this,
No,
or the woman? I'm assuming it was an Asari for some reason.
Yeah, I had no idea what race. It may not even been one of the races because this was them fending off the next Reaper invasion.
Right.
This could have been a completely different. Just
Different,
like
right.
we were not like the Protheans. It could have been. It was. You couldn't tell if they were or weren't.
Yeah, I think that was
But
that was deliberate, probably.
Liara was the.
Oh yeah, she left that.
She
that
left
little
the
beacon.
data.
Yeah, that was
to
cool.
whatever
I
they
thought
were.
that was cool. If you didn't do anything, or if you shot the
Yeah,
kid,
sorry. It was like, this is,
then Liara left a little like Prothean-esque beacon.
don't shoot the kid next time.
It's creepy. Do it. Try it just once. It's creepy.
I'm not gonna shoot the kid.
So anyway, what are you been up to, Shaq? What's up?
Nothing.
Just Call of Duty. Walked in on you playing Call of Duty again.
We're
With that
working, just throwing
freaking
sequels.
shotgun, like always.
Well, I just picked it up.
It's golden now.
It's golden. Now.
Is it really?
It's
Yeah.
really golden. I can't use it because it stands out like a bitch.
He gets killed a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Other than that, playing Pokemon Crystal. Like, okay.
Right on. I picked up Leaf Green because of all that
Fantastic.
talk.
What'd you
Leaf
pick it up
Green
for?
is fun.
GBA.
What'd you start out?
Because I have the Charmander. I want Squirtle now that I thought about
You
it.
pussy.
But I have Charmander.
Good.
Misty's kicking my ass right now.
As
with
long as you
water
don't start
pulse.
off
God
with a big-
damn.
As long as you don't start with a Bulbasaur, you're fine. 'Cause you-
Yeah, in the beginning.
No, don't start with a Bulbasaur. If you do, I have to punch you in the testicles.
Anyway.
Because it's the cheapest way to go.
Misty and fucking water pulse is pissing me
Both
off.
of the two people who I'm playing against both have Venusaur.
That's lame.
I have Charmander though because I knew they were going to do that. We didn't tell each other.
Fire will win in the long run.
Get a Pikachu, man.
I have a Pikachu, but
Just
he's still.
die.
It's what I'm doing is I'm going into the fight, immediately Thunder Wave, to limit their moves, and then double team out the ass, so that they miss everything except for Swift because they have Swift. And then when they hit Water Pulse, it's somehow amazing and causes confusion. So
It does cause
that
confusion.
fucking Water Pulse is pissing me off.
You guys play that game completely different from what I play it as.
I wouldn't
What do
have
you-
done that.
Yeah, that's your
trash.
I think short term, obviously. We've learned that last
You're like,
week.
okay, let's put him to sleep and let's do this. I'm like, okay, it's a water Pokemon. Just Pikachu go.
Yeah,
well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I started with Pikachu, yeah.
You should sweep the team with Pikachu.
I started with
That was-
Pikachu, and then
like a
if
grass
I don't want him to
Pokemon.
take damage, though, so if they start to, like...
It's a Pikachu versus it's a complete. It's their total weakness.
Super fast, lightning, just sweep the team.
Yeah, you'll
you,
sweep.
you
them.
guys act like...
It's easy. Go get a grass
Like,
Pokemon.
I'm on
like
even
Vine.
levels. Do you guys level up past them and then jump into
No,
them?
if you're their complete opposite.
Same level Pikachu as Starmie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
doing
fast.
damage to them, yes. I'm doing damage to them.
Should
But because
OHK.
they rarely land Water Pulse, but when they do, it's ridiculous. Like, there's too much...
Don't give them a chance.
God damn it, you guys are... It's,
It is that easy.
it's really not.
Yes, it is.
I'll bring my game up here and you play it.
well,
Yes,
I started for the 20 hours. I started with Charmander.
Yeah.
And I only had 20 hours to get as far as I could. Yes, I lost the first round, but that being said, I had you can't afford time to fuck around.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe you just caught a low IV rolled Pikachu possibly
I
with a
probably
low
did.
special attack
But it's
or
not
a
big.
bad nature that has negative special attack because a Pikachu at level with Starmie, Misty's last one, should be able to. Is it Staryu at first or Starmie?
Staryu.
Should be able to one hit.
He gets
KO
confused,
her whole
though,
team.
and then I get damage from confusion. And then they have Recover, and then she also uses potions on them, too, when I start to get them low.
Well, one hit KO.
What do you use?
It should be able to one hit KO.
How? Dude, a Thundershock, same level Pikachu, will not one-hit KO. Mine won't. I guess I got
That's
a low roll.
what I'm thinking.
I got
You
a
rolled
low roll
IVs
because
and
mine
you probably
will
have
not do
You
it.
probably have negative special attack. So 0.9 times your
What should
special
you use
attack
this
nature. That's
I agree,
probably
man.
why.
What?
Pikachu.
Or
Get you
grass
this
God
Pokemon.
damn, you
Or
guys,
grass
you guys are
Pokemon.
asking for it. I'm probably just going to pick up a Bellsprout just for that
The
one
Bellsprout.
fight.
What else is-
But anyway, let's get off of Pokemon. We did that for 2 hours last
You could probably have had a Beedrill lab.
Oh, true then.
I am using
Yeah.
a Butterfree for the powder,
confusion.
the
That's
powders.
just psychic right there. Good lavender
Confusion.
town with a butterfly.
Anyway, let's get off this.
Okay,
I'm done.
sorry.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. We promise.
I just dabbled.
You probably have a negative nature Pikachu.
Well, I'm not about to go back and catch another
No.
one.
It's funny when I was a kid playing this game, I never thought of like
Viridian.
this
I mean, it was just
statistics.
overpowered
You just grind it. Yeah, you just grind
Yeah.
it out and then beat him. This kid,
force.
He didn't watch our last podcast?
of course not. No.
Because my brother's,
Okay, go back and watch it, bro.
you know how I actually said
Do it in the background because you can't sit there and watch that.
in the background.
Not right now.
Anyway,
Moving on. That spent too much time.
we spent
Yeah.
way too much time on that.
Damn it.
We're 20 minutes in already.
So what's your favorite Pokemon?
No. Pokemon. What else have you been doing?
Oh, what have I been playing?
Playing, yes.
Diablo 3, still.
Even though you
How
How
was
was
that?
a new patch?
So we got comments on that on our discussion about the patch, but they fixed one thing. Like the day we were recording, like that morning after, I told you that it costs more to.
do better, pretty much.
Well, no. When you know how in games your gear gets damaged and you have to repair it.
Right.
Durability.
Right. It was very expensive when you die. It was people couldn't progress because they couldn't pay for their repair bills because they increased the repair bill amount on 1.3. Well, that morning they did a small fix to that where they regular wear and tear, just getting beat on by bad
Right.
guys, they reduced it by probably 90%. So
Oh, wow.
the amount that you have to pay for just staying alive and regular wear,
It's the
wear
same.
and tear, they brought that price down a lot.
Okay.
Because it was at the point where you didn't have to die. You didn't
So-
have to take 10% durability damage. You run out there and you just start getting wailed on, and it cost you 5,000 gold just to repair from playing normally. So
Right.
they made a small fix to that.
So they fixed the price to repair it and the rate at which you have to repair it?
No. Just the
price. Okay.
Yeah. But still, if you die, the 10% durability damage, still way too expensive.
And what else? Anything else? Pokemon Diablo. We've been playing Leaf Green. Jumped on a little bit of Mass Effect in my FM ship. What else? I have been playing this game, that iOS game.
Yeah.
I did a screenshot of.
Yeah.
It's called Dead Trigger, and
Looks cool.
if I had a controller for this, the peripheral like you're talking about,
Yeah.
done, man, done. This is 99 cents, and I'll put some screenshots up for it because I took a lot of screenshots of it. It's got amazing visuals for a phone. I'm playing it on a phone. That's ridiculous. Controls. It controls all right. It controls better than I would expect. You know,
and if you had a controller,
it's simulating a controller, and so that's what it needs.
Mm-hmm.
But really awesome game for $1. You should have it. I'm playing on an iPhone 4, so I guess anything past whatever version that is can be able to play it. And then Justin, I was going to talk to you about playing Infamous. Did you ever play Infamous?
Not at all.
And you were into parkour. We were going to talk about this last week. How you were ever into parkour and own a PS3, but you haven't played Infamous is amazing, because I'm going to make you borrow that.
You should.
It's
then I can actually
awesome.
say something.
Like, I just
about
want to run
something.
around the city. I don't even want to kill people or do missions. I just
It's
want
actually
to.
pretty funny.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's awesome.
Wasn't that the game that when you and me went to the Mortal Kombat release, it was on the screen, I was just fucking around with it?
Yeah, I think that was it.
It was pretty cool.
In that, I think that was 2 actually.
Siren and power cables too.
To charge up, whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. We're gonna do new releases because I don't know, add some more substance to the show. But the next entire month of releases suck, so we're not gonna do that.
PSO2 releases in Japan on July 14th.
Yay for Japan!
They did put a Pokemon Black and White 2 release date out for October.
I saw
7th.
that. I was excited.
Yeah, so we
I was
actually
very
get
excited.
that in October.
So I think, are you gonna be on that?
Of course.
Yeah. So me and John will be on that.
I've put over 200 hours on almost every Pokemon that's released in the past.
Are you serious, dude? Go back and listen to our last week's podcast. It is like the Da Vinci Code, but for Pokemon.
Yeah.
So when I asked you which
Learn a
one your
lot.
favorite Pokemon was, it would be
What is it?
all of them?
No, my favorite Pokemon is
Just yeah.
Dragonite.
my Dragonite is awesome.
Bitches love Dragonite.
Bitches love Dragonite.
Lucario.
He is pretty cool.
See,
Wait.
Lucario's second generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about first. How are you gonna go off on
Yes,
There's
my
only
favorite Pokemon
151.
was who's my favorite?
151?
Dragonite.
Dragonite.
Sweet semen, baby Jesus. Get yourself a dragon.
And I always make my Dragonite just so powerful too. It's stupid.
What about ice types?
They're
very rare. When do you come? I mean, except for Elite Four.
I caught Articuno, so when I went to play the Elite Four,
Well, because
and I fought Blaine, he got raped really hard with Blizzard.
I like to roll Substitute. I don't have a Substitute on my Dragonite right
bastard.
now. I like to roll Substitute on my Dragonite and Hidden Power Grass. I'll take care of some fucking ice Pokemon.
how do you find out
It's a
what the hidden power is?
combination of their IVs. Their initial value, the initial values of their stats will determine what their hidden power is. You have to calculate those.
Yeah.
You have to calculate those and put it into a calculator on the internet and let you know what hidden power will be. So hidden power grass on a Dragonite and substitute Thunderbolt Ice Beam.
This motherfucker right here.
It'll take care of anybody.
I'm in
You're
love with
never
them.
battling.
come at
That's
me,
like
bro.
me trying to play Call of Duty.
You
against
want to be
Shaq.
the very best,
Like,
like no one ever was.
Right?
Catch him was your real test.
And like I said, the easiest way to roll your Dragonite good is just casino and just buy it over and over again until you get pretty confident on what their IVs are.
Okay, we seriously need to get away from Pokemon.
We're done Pokemon.
We seriously need to get away from Pokemon.
Trey, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Who's your favorite Pokemon,
I'm actually
Trey?
a big fan of Ditto.
The Blob.
Because he can be all Pokemon.
Such an opt. Such an opt out. I want to be the guy who can be them all.
Yeah, that was really gay.
Yeah, he wants like the.
I always liked
The share
Arcanine because I wanted to own one, like as a dog. Like
yeah.
growing up with dogs, I was like, I want the fire dog.
That is
Growlithe?
Growlithe and then
Growlithe.
Arcanine.
Oh, okay.
Mortality rate if Pokemon were real for people.
We would get destroyed.
Yes!
It'd be like Skyrim with dragons.
We're gonna control them. No.
No, we're not.
My
You're gonna
cousin,
control the Dragonite? Bullshit.
one of his, and the same thing, loved dogs. He's a big dog lover, and he's one of the guy that I'm playing against. One of the two guys I'm playing against. His favorite Pokemon is also Arcanine.
Yeah, it's just
absolutely
cool. It's just a cool Pokemon.
Fire dog.
Alright, so
Now we're done.
now we're completely motherfucking done with Pokemon.
Dishonored.
No more.
No
Have
more.
you seen the gameplay trailer for
I have
this?
not. I saw the trailer, or I saw the screenshot that they promoted the trailer for, if that makes any sense. It looks really cool
It's me.
because it's his mask.
John.
Who wants to go topics first?
Obviously, it's not going to be me.
It
Go
never
ahead.
was you. It was never you, Justin. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, since you have all of my topics.
I don't have all your topics, douchebag. How about you do your topics and I'll do what's left over?
There you go.
There you go.
I'm gonna
Be like,
take them
You're
all
gonna
then.
be a little passive
I'm
aggressive
gonna
little
take
asshole
them
then.
all. Not
No,
passive
Justin, you being cameraman is my desperate attempt at including you in this,
I appreciate it.
since you have almost nothing to
Dude,
offer
I've been
us.
playing Mario Wii. That's it.
aggressive.
Mario Wii.
Yeah, the-
Super Mario Wii.
Oh,
It's pretty cool, but
Should I get Galaxies?
Do you have a borrow?
No, should I buy it? Should I own it? Is that something I should own? No.
Super Mario Galaxy? Yeah, it's good,
Super Mario Galaxy.
it's good for a playthrough.
Whatever. Alright. Should
I
I?
said, do you want to borrow it? I had both of them.
Nah. Shaq, you're up.
Okay. First things first, I'm gonna ride this until the wheels fall off of it. It's Assassin's Creed because I'm just thinking he's
Every
gonna
fucking
be-
week. Alright.
He's
All
just
right.
so mad, and when it comes out, he's gonna be balls deep into it.
No, I'm really not.
I bet you.
You're just gonna
I'm
keep
good.
talking about it and keep talking. Anyway,
Shaq's
I'm good at
calling.
this.
Anyway.
I'm calling it right now. What's today? The third?
yeah.
I'm calling it.
Okay, go.
Was there any new footage?
What do you have to say?
Yeah, they came out with the 4th of July trailer.
Oh.
It was just-
Oh.
it was
That actually
That's
got,
cool.
that got a lot of attention.
That's kinda
and
cool.
Props too.
So go through the trailer. I'll put it up. I'll have you link it to me. But go through the trailer. What
It
happens?
wasn't anything new. It was just a bunch of
Just a bunch of cuts of him doing the same thing,
cuts, yeah, basically.
doing the
Showed a
same
bunch
shit.
of-
And you're
bunch
just
of
talking about
killing
the
brutes.
same shit about him doing the same shit.
Yep. And he's gonna be all over the same shit when it comes
Slicing
out.
the same
Alright,
shit.
alright.
Yep.
Same
Waiting on
shit.
Max Payne 3 to get here because I heard it was amazing.
Let's go back. Actually, no. Let's not go back. Continue. Go ahead.
Max Payne 3,
Max Payne 3.
waiting for it. Some DLC came out for it. I'm waiting for it also.
Wait, I thought the game was out
The
already.
game is out already.
Oh, you're waiting for it on
Get it.
GameFly.
Yeah. Broke
Right
down
on.
and got gameplay. Well, I got the free trial and see how that goes. More
Yeah.
than likely I'll see
You were talking about it, and I was getting people's opinions on it, and all I got negative was that it took ridiculously long for them to get the games out to people.
people.
But I mean, that's all I heard negative about it. So you'll be the judge.
Guess I will. I was telling you earlier, Left 4 Dead 2 is pretty much coming out with some new DLC.
When that came out, 2008 or 9,
Yes, when they killed Bill.
and so I feel like that's really late for a DLC.
Yes.
When-
Other people
wait,
were saying it's
wasn't
late.
when Left 4 Dead 2 coming out that there was Left 4 Dead 1 DLC coming out?
Yeah.
I'm almost positive, like within a month of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but they were a year later. There was Left 4 Dead 2.
Well, for the people with
There's Left 4 Dead 1. Almost an exact 365 later, there was Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
So a year for DLC is not that long, but it's been 3 or 4 years. Since 2 released.
For console gamers, that's long.
So I feel like
if
that's
you
a
play
long time.
like on Steam or anything like that, they're like, okay, it's about damn time. We have something else we can play other than Team Fortress.
And what is the DLC? Is it?
It's called, I think it's called Coldstream.
And so that's another 4 chapters.
It's another, basically 4 chapters. And they're also releasing the 4 missions from Left 4 Dead 1. You can play on Left 4 Dead 2 now, which is kind of like...
That's pretty cool.
Like the new weapons and characters and zombie types and stuff.
Basically.
Take a shot.
I got 1. That was my 1.
I've had a few people say that they will be our person drinking for that game.
Of course they will.
So if you guys want to do that,
who doesn't want?
If you guys want to do that, in my apartment, since I have extra beds that they could crash on when they black out,
Are done. Right.
then we can do that. So I was serious about that. A lot of people thought it'd be funny if we did that. So we should talk about it. Oh, you didn't hear about it.
I didn't.
All right. So for Justin and for whoever didn't see last week's episode, my drinking game proposition was that we have the panel, the people of talking, and then someone else is like playing Call of Duty or Halo, and let's say for every 2 or 3 kills they get, they have to take a shot.
The people playing.
The person playing the game. The person playing the game is the only person playing the drinking game. So for every 2 or 3 kills they get, they have to take a shot. And then as we go around talking about different things, getting our opinions out as we normally do, we go to the person drinking also to get what they think about it. And slowly throughout the night, they're just going to get more and more drunk and more drunk. And we'll ask them, how do you feel about whatever the implications of the Unreal 4 engine?
Right.
And they'll be like, it was just really pretty. And so I don't know, I thought it'd be funny. So my friend Corey said he'll do it. Shaq said he'll do it. Shaq said all we have to do is get you a bottle of wine and you'll do it.
I agree.
So we need to do that. I agree.
We're gonna bring over some 12-year age scotch.
Oh,
and we'll
God.
put it in a wine bottle.
Then it'll just make it every game.
We'll put it in a wine bottle and be like, here's your wine.
So
this
fucked
is
up on
strong.
It'll actually make you remember things you forgot instead of forgetting things.
You remember.
So...
And like I said, I play on Saturday night, Friday night. If I'm playing Battlefield or Call of Duty, that's my normal night. Scotch, every headshot.
That's ridiculous. I should do every unlock. Play with new weapons and then do every unlock you get.
Boom.
Be done. So you had Max Payne, what else?
Ready for the Amazing Spider-Man game. I heard it was amazing.
I heard it was pretty good. It seems like Beanox is getting better and better, minus Edge of Time, last one. What's that face about?
I feel like when I was watching the trailer for the Spider-Man game, he was doing some fighting or something.
Yeah.
Like just some straight fighting. He did something that I was like, I feel like I said it to Candace too. I was like, he wouldn't do that like that, but off the top of my head, I can't remember.
I'm not ever going to be able to find it on YouTube.
I know.
So just tell me what he did.
I can't remember. That's the problem. I know he was slamming somebody, and I was like, oh man, this is so, everything's going towards Arkham Asylum type.
There was a website
Fighting.
thing.
Yeah, just fight, deflect,
Yeah.
and now you're fighting this guy, deflect, counter, and, you're
And
just
he did something, and I'm like, the real Spider-Man when he do that, he do something else, and
Well, now you're just going to get on my nerves because I want to know what it was.
I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean.
I think I'll.
There was like a web slam.
I'll think about
Because
it.
we saw it in the preview, but you and me looked at it online, and I was like, dude, this how come it's going towards, the Batman game? Because that's exactly what the fighting is.
yeah.
Very Arkham Asylum.
There was like a web slam I saw where he gets the guy, and then he like does a wave, and then slams him like that. I think is what I saw. It looked really cool.
It was a whole fight sequence. He was beating.
It was like was it in the basketball court?
Yeah, it was on the street somewhere.
Yeah.
You'll find it.
And
I'll never be able to find
Was
that
that the only
specific
part that
move.
you saw? Did you see him going through the city, or did you just see the fight scene?
I just saw that.
Oh, you didn't see him zipping through the city?
No, I did not.
He covers a lot, like as compared to Ultimate or anything from Treyarch. He covers a lot of ground quick. Because if you want to go from like Queens to Manhattan in Ultimate, it takes you a good 5 or so minutes to get there.
He's just.
Dude, this one he's like crazy. It's ridiculous.
Is it full open?
From what I saw, yeah, but it looked
Sandbox.
like just Manhattan. It didn't look like you could jump over the bridge to Queens or anything, but it was full open. It looked awesome. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what Shaq thinks about that one. You ordered the capture card.
Yes. Should be instant.
I can stop talking about it now.
Yes. Please be quiet.
I'm excited because
There are other ways to.
Yeah.
but this is going to be the easiest way.
Yes.
For sure.
I had to get it, or you wouldn't shut up ever.
I won't. No, I won't. That's how you get
capture
Shaq.
card. Week 1, we're getting a capture card. Week 2, we're talking about getting a capture card.
Yeah.
Week 3,
It
we're
works.
thinking. We're brainstorming still.
It worked, didn't it?
Huh?
It worked.
Yeah, I used to have a Dazzle. That's how I got my Halo's films.
I got offered a free capture card, but it's a composite.
Oh god.
So I was like, there's no really need for that.
Nothing non-HD.
What else do you got, Shaq?
Nothing else really is coming out. There's Call
Oh
of Duty,
my god, I'm
but-
stealing all your shit.
Huh?
All that shit I'm stealing from you.
Mhm.
You said I was stealing your topics.
The ones earlier.
All right, talk about the Google Glass.
Oh yeah.
For 9,000.
It's over 9.
They set a price for it.
Is it over 9,000?
1,500.
He tells me to talk about it.
I didn't know if you had it
Jackson.
ready. I didn't know if you had it ready. I have all my stuff up.
I bet you did.
I do, yeah, because I run this shit.
You do? You do?
Google
Pull out the meme.
Google
Glass.
Glass it at 1,500.
1,500.
Gonna debut, or not really debut, release 2013.
Next year. Is that not shocking to anybody?
Is that shocking to you?
No. Not to me
I don't find it
at
shocking.
all.
They were supposed to die.
They have a
soon.
damn car that drives.
It drives itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And by drives itself, I mean that motherfucker drives itself. It is stupid. Taking
It's
over
creepy.
the world.
This is Skynet. See, this is going to be plugged into a warehouse of servers that are actually underground. It's going to be a front for like a paper company, like in Heroes, and then everything you see is going to get sent back to them, and they will know everything.
Know your thoughts.
Hello,
It has a mind reader built in that you
Skynet.
don't know it's there. It's
Yeah.
just constantly.
It's got an AI in there too. Skynet.
When the Google car took the blind dude to fucking Jack in the Box to order,
Game
like,
over.
To me, I'm like, nope. Fuck that.
How do you get the shelter?
Go through the drive-through.
We're
stop,
done.
Stops at the ordering thing. Stops at the food thing. Mm-mm.
We're done. We are done.
Fuck it.
Game over. The Reapers are here.
A blind dude with one of the
So
giant
what?
box.
I'll be honest. I don't know what this is supposed to do. Video chat, take footage. Like what? I don't understand what this is supposed to do.
I mean, it's more of a.
It's a UI for life.
Yeah, it's your new PDA.
That's not. That's,
It
that's
sits
not
on your face.
Tiny little. But whatever. That's
Make it
obvious.
impossible to text in class.
It'd
You
be
really
odd.
have to
They'd be
be-
sweet to take notes that way.
They'd have to tell you to take it off for tests and shit. 'cause I mean,
Oh,
it's-
connected. to
Or they
the
can
internet.
give you the test through it.
What are you doing? Nothing. Like your eyes are like blazing.
Taking the test. What are you talking about? Your eyeball's moving a lot.
Glass.
Not
activate
reading.
protocol.
Whatever.
John, you want to go? Or are you done, chat?
Google Glass. So there's no real incentive to have it. I mean,
It's,
Until they
it's-
fix the
It's
bugs
really
and
just to
stuff.
say, to put a sign on your face that says, "Hey, I have a spare
it's
$1,500."
It
That's what the iPad is.
it is good.
iPad's functional though. I can finally argue the functionality of an iPad.
The only reason people have iPads is for the sake of, okay, hey, I have an iPad. And you don't.
That's what it was at first.
That's what it is now.
Kind of like Oakley glasses.
So-
I disagree.
Talk, you had something.
Do you have an iPad?
No, I don't.
Are you missing anything out on life?
I'm really not.
Do you have an iPad?
No.
He doesn't have a computer though,
Do you have an
so you
iPad?
can't really say that.
He's not missing anything.
I'm not.
And we're not missing anything from having anything. It's all luxury.
We're not missing anything from. What did you just say?
from anything.
We're not missing anything from not having anything.
Dude, life is luxury is what I'm saying. It's a compromise of things we don't need. So when you say we don't need the iPad, that's really
It's
just-
common sense.
It's just a blank,
So it's
like,
common sense that we
neutral statement that isn't really for anything.
There's a whole lot of stuff in this room that we don't need.
Everything on this table is not
I'm pretty
necessary
sure all-
at
yeah.
all.
Yes.
Nothing on this table is necessary right now.
This is necessary. Well, it's all necessary to do the podcast.
It's necessary now.
But all right, you're going to go back on what you're saying then?
It's necessary to do the podcast, yes. But is it necessary to have an iPad to do a podcast?
You're not. Make your argument. Where is your argument?
That it's not necessary to have an iPad.
And I'm saying it's not necessary to have anything. That's not an argument for anything, is what I'm saying.
In the realm of luxury media, an iPad has as much valid use as a laptop or a camera.
I'm saying it's functional.
Or
I'm not saying it's necessary.
Yeah,
It's a necessity. I mean,
it's not a necessity by any means, but it is
useful.
It has very incredible uses.
What were you even talking about? The use of.
But I hate Apple, so
I don't like Apple either. But
I'm slowly.
what I'm saying is,
I still despise them.
A PC. You can use a PC in like a doctor's office, keep all records, everything like that. You don't specifically need that iPad to do all that. You
Right.
already have something to do that.
Right.
That's like saying, okay, I have a PC and I have an iPad. Why do you have both?
So
Okay, so you're
go for it.
Go ahead.
Anything you have to say is smarter
Instead
than
of 30 laptops,
Could you
3
just have-
doctors could carry around 3 iPads
Yes, carry them around.
and have actually more beneficial access to medical records.
That's
than
what I was going to
When
go
we,
at.
when we were at the anime
Or-
convention in Dallas, we paid for shirts. They took our cards. What did they do with our cards? They slid them on a scanner connected to their iPads.
They slid them on the scanner connected to.
They
Card reader.
either had the card reader or there were guys holding iPads scanning.
Okay.
So
So either
it has
one
function.
works.
No, it's not necessary.
So either one works.
But it's like anything else.
And now you're starting to find those little carnivals and fairs, little parties that, you know, and they'll send vendors out in their trucks. And for the first time in my life, I don't have to run to the ATM because just about every one of those little vendor carts has an iPad with a card reader on it now.
I still don't like iPads.
And
I mean-
for the first time ever, it's really starting to not need to carry around cash.
Which
And
is fantastic.
It is great.
It is so great to not have to carry cash anywhere. So, I still don't, like, just to keep connected, just to record your life. I mean, how would you go about going online on these things? Or what is the UI for this? For the Google Glass?
I don't know what the wireless connection will be. I imagine that they'll connect to something, probably LTE, hopefully.
I mean, I just don't. It's so abstract for it to be sitting in a screenshot in front of my face. Seems unreal. It seems like it's too
Did you
still in
see
the conceptual phase.
Did you see they have a little,
The trailer.
yeah.
I saw it, but the only thing I remember is him video chatting, like Skype style with somebody, which doesn't. I don't want to take that with me.
Like he goes to the subway and it shows, okay, he looks at the subway and it's like, oh, the station's closed or it's closed for maintenance or anything like that. It gives him like real time updates. He's like, oh, I'm hungry, I want something. And it's like, oh, this is what you're close nearby.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. It's
But for it to be real time, though, I don't feel like any network right now is at the standard to offer effective real time updates. Am I the only person? Because I still have to wait a little bit to load show times to a movie or directions.
We're what, 5 years behind Korea's network speed?
Are you serious?
Something like that.
Why?
I have no idea.
We are
He's not
America.
playing around.
This is America.
Wait.
It is America,
Yeah,
and both Japan and Korea, they're wired.
But,
their
I see Korea.
saturation of wireless devices is 3 to 1 versus our. I don't think we've reached 1 to 1 yet, and that's crazy.
I think I understand why Korea would need it for StarCraft.
Japan was ahead of us.
They are ahead of us. Japan is ahead of us still, unfortunately.
In every way.
No, not in every way.
Just education wise. And,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
scientifically.
Somebody told me
On
something
another,
different
hey,
about that.
I think we have way too many school breaks because I feel like kids are out all the time.
I feel like their years are super long though. Jonathan's,
What's his year?
he got out on June the 3rd. He's going back on August something.
That's kind of long now.
That's a long ass year. So he doesn't have a lot of breaks, but
he's a
it's
smart
like,
kid,
dude,
though.
My summer was like, we were off on May 13th. We go back to like September 14th or something like that.
We started in August. Yeah, we were out in the middle of May. Started in August, like the first 2 weeks.
I worked for Sprint, and for years, device saturation is the biggest bottleneck to opening up the spectrum, getting the government to open up the spectrum further to increase our possible expansions. Okay, Korea had LTE as their standard wireless in 2007. Japan had LTE as
And I hadn't even heard LTE until like last year.
when we were doing WiMAX as our first 4G network. LTE was already the standard in Korea. Japan has been LTE since, and I might be wrong, but I want to say at least since 2009. Now, I still don't think that it has the speeds to support the awesome things that the Google Glass could.
Is supposed to do.
We're not far off, though. We're not as far off as... I mean, a lot of it has to do with bottlenecking the... So, can I just put one thing? I'm just going to say one thing about Google Glass.
About Pokemon?
I was waiting.
I'm just going to say one thing. Yeah, instead of having a Pokédex that you carry around, you have an auto Pokédex on your face that...
It identifies for you. That makes a little bit more
Weakness.
sense. They're like, what is that Pokemon? It's like your Pokedex goes off in your pocket.
And
Like,
just
dude,
wait,
da, da,
the
da, da.
first person to develop a power reader app for Google Glass is going to be a millionaire. The DBZ measure a human person's power. It's completely fake, right?
Yeah,
Completely
it's
hokum.
yeah.
But just you can go over somebody
Yeah,
and
like
assign
it
them
scans
power
them and you
level.
got the little levels going up and down.
Yeah. That
True,
person's going to be a
true.
millionaire.
Minimum.
Tell me you wouldn't buy it for 99 cents.
I'd buy that for 99 cents if I had that. I'd
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
put a couple bucks toward it, actually.
Okay.
Threat,
Okay.
moderate.
The one genuine use
That would be
is
very cool.
following a GPS. Either listening to the instructions,
Right. Yeah, I
or
can see
looking
that.
at your phone, looking at your dashboard. If I'm looking at the effing road and the goddamn arrow's there, and I can just be like,
Yeah.
and read the streets.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
So,
I get the concept.
Like, you look at a little baby and, like, it's over 9,000. He's gonna be a god.
What's
there
the
you
power
go.
level say about
So-
the baby? It's 1,006.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
that's
I have
cool.
it upside down.
It's just
It's
so
like
far to me, it's just an effective means to extend their maps, which are already pretty good. I already use
They are.
Google
They are.
Maps. Let's keep this going. Let's get the momentum going a little bit here.
Ass Jeeps.
I'm doing my best going
What are you-
forward for forever to be as toning it down.
Just tone it down a little bit.
down.
Tone it down. You can still be that guy,
Okay. No, I don't even want to be.
but I don't
that
want you to
guy.
like your eyes go behind your head and you stare into the future
I say. No.
like last week. But
Go ahead, topics, Trey. I'll be last.
All right, mine was Glass. I also have the Mass Effect 3 Leviathan DLC pack, which is supposed to be. It's like you have a mission to aid a planet, which is like under Reaper indoctrination or some such plotline. But what happens is apparently the Reaper Leviathan is a defector
From the Reaper.
from the Reapers.
Hive.
And so this DLC pack will be a means to expand the Reapers as a presence in Mass Effect, so that you get to know them more, how they work and what they're about, and who created them and their origin and some such
I feel like they did that with the Geth, though.
shizno. They did that with the Geth,
Yeah.
but now they're doing it with the
Now
Reapers.
do with the Reapers.
But now because I actually enjoyed, as much as I hated the Tron level in 3, I did like fleshing out the the Geth as a presence,
as a character,
as a whole. Yeah. So this looks interesting. I'll definitely pick that up.
So wait, who'd you side with? Or was
I
Tali
did
dead?
with Geth. I went with Geth because there was a huge army of Geth, and I felt like the Quarians weren't masked that
Was
much.
Tali already dead?
Tali, I don't remember if Tali. I think no, Tali was dead in 2.
Okay, yeah.
She died in my 2. Yeah.
If you decided with the guess, she
When is this supposed to drop? Let's see. Doesn't have a release date yet.
That's the only reason I'm keeping the game. I might just sell it.
I also have Halo 4 multiplayer longbow map screenshots, which I'll put these screens up. It looks amazing. It looks like a rebirth of. It's not really Sidewinder remade, but it looks like I look at this and I feel Sidewinder from 1.
Could you see snow?
Whenever I see it, I don't know. It's got the metal kind of meshes in perfectly with the mountainscape, and I can't.
Is there a base lodged in the mountains?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's all.
It looks like horseshoe too. That's where
Are you being an ass right now?
huge.
I mean, it just
I'm always
like it feels. It feels.
Sidewinder comes back.
It
So
feels
does Guardian.
new to me, but it still feels like familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
Lockout. It comes back in every fucking.
I bet it doesn't. I bet Zanzibar comes back. Zanzibar won't come
Why
back.
would you want Zanzibar to come back?
Oh, everybody loves Zanzibar.
You're one of those guys.
All right,
that
going
like-
back
No,
to-
everyone likes saying Zanzibar.
Zanzibar.
You like Snowbound, don't you?
It's just fun.
Snowball?
No, God, I hate
Snowbound.
Snowbound so much.
Vito. Fuck, we got Snowbound.
Back to Assassin's Creed. I have GameStop selling Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade. It's on Kotaku.
I'm still gonna get one.
It's supposed to be a real blade. Supposedly, that's what the article says. But I don't see how they can sell that exactly, because this is an accident waiting to happen. Because some kid is gonna hit the button with his hand still over it, and then I guess that's why they got rid of the third finger in the game, right?
That's exactly why.
But I mean, it looks cool. It doesn't look too cheap or anything. It's going to be $40.
That's a horrible idea.
It's such a bad idea.
Horrible.
It's such a bad idea. There was this one cosplayer who had one like that, but the blade flipped out instead of sliding out, so it was a little bit safer. Even if you had your hands down, it wouldn't cut you open.
If it's safe, it's not.
But I mean, it looks pretty legit, and it looks like the thing's gonna make a nice little.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm looking.
Look at it.
I'll put screens of that up too.
You said GameStop is selling it?
It's
Well, go to Kotaku.
It's a Kotaku article.
Yeah.
It says GameStop selling Assassin's Creed Blade, police permits not included. Just watch somebody get assassinated with one of these things.
And that's going to be a horrible thing.
And it's
What
gonna
if,
be on YouTube.
what if it's one of those, like, you know, because I used to have those switchblades from Las Vegas, but it was a real blade. It was sharp at the tip, but if it hit something with pressure, it would stop. It would click, and it would, like, go back down. So
it was completely ineffective as a knife?
Yes, but it was still a cool novelty.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's exactly what it's going to be.
And then I have also on Kotaku, McFarlane Toys doing tiny little Halo replicas.
Oh, that's what that was?
With the Hawks
I was
and stuff.
disappointed.
Which I'm not really sure, looking at this right now, I'm not really sure why I chose to talk about this, because it does not look like anything special at all.
Not either.
I mean, the Falcon looks cool, but that's about it.
I got sidetracked about stuff I didn't know about Mario.
Like what?
I knew it was called Jumpman, but
Yeah.
Like Puckman.
Shut up. They changed the name.
So there's a fan noise on the microphone right now you people are hearing, and I think that may be Shaq's computer.
Just overheated.
Why you gotta put my computer on the left?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying we'll find a remedy
black,
for
man.
this next time.
Uh,
But we're gonna have to get rid of that. And then my last topic is actually a really big deal. I texted John about it earlier this week. I downloaded a
Movie.
Indie Game the Movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a documentary about indie game developers. Jonathan Blow, who developed Braid, the designer and programmer of Super Meat Boy, and then Phil Fish, who developed Fez. And these are all really high games, as far as indie goes. And it was just really cool to see like how much of their heart and soul they put into it, and they don't have to answer to anybody, so they can do whatever they want. So they don't have a fan base, they don't have bosses to bend to, they do whatever they want. And it's a really cool movie, and I'd like you guys to watch it if I can give it to you.
What was the movie called again?
Indie Game the Movie.
Indie Game the Movie.
And they're like freaking out because they have deadlines and all this stuff. But it's a really good movie. Yeah. Everyone needs to buy it. They need to buy an indie movie about indie games.
An indie movie about indie games.
It's good. It's a good movie. It made me choke up because they released
Is
Super
that what
Meat
made
Boy.
you choke up this time?
Oh, God.
Super Meat Boy? Made you choke up?
Super Meat Boy. They release it, and they're freaking poor, like, because they don't have jobs.
Yeah.
They live with their family, and they're poor, so they're just designing and coding all day. And Meat Boy finally comes out, and it pretty much doubles Braid in sales the first day. And so two guys split $25 million. So go buy it right now.
You bought it on your
I bought it, so you
from
guys
the
can have
iStore?
it if I can get the DRM out
We
of it.
never take off Apple DRM.
So fuck that.
I'm just kidding. You can totally take that off.
If we start
There's
getting
a million free programs to DRM.
I found one for a free trial,
Free play.
but it did.
Free play DRM.
It only did 1 minute of a video.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
So I don't know how to replicate it or the DRM.
There is enough Apple haters that are hardcore programmers and developers who just have destroyed anything that Apple has attempted to put on their DRM.
Yeah.
iStore.
Well, that's why I asked you if you knew of anything that I can just load it up and take it off. Because I'd love for you guys to
I thought I
have
told
this
you to Google something.
and give it a watch. I think it was CNET you told me, but I haven't got a chance to do it
Yeah.
since then.
I'm telling you, there's
Something on
probably
CNET.
10 on CNET.
But those are my
free.
topics.
The plastic blade, by the way.
It's plastic?
Yeah.
I didn't read the plastic part.
Yeah, it says a plastic blade comes out.
Instant retraction. This won't kill anybody.
No,
I mean, I'm
no,
sure somebody will find a
people
way.
will try.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Instant
gonna
retraction.
take that apart and put a real nice,
If it
sexy
doesn't,
blade on it.
if it
Well, that's
goes
their
back
fault.
in like your blade did, to where if you like a theater blade that'll retract back into itself, if it's
Stabbed into something.
stabbed into
that'd be
something,
kinda
then
cool.
that'll be fine. That'll
If
be good.
not, it would still be cool.
That's all my stuff.
Cool.
I have.
Can I have more than one topic?
I'm gonna go ahead. Just as long as I don't have to break this into two parts.
We're at an
again.
hour. So, Halo 4, live action, mini web series,
Forward unto dawn.
Forward Unto Dawn. I think that it will be great.
I did see the
If you
live
saw,
action
if it was
preview.
anything like Landfall, I'm sure it'll be better than Landfall.
The Mortal Kombat
I'll put Landfall or
live action web series was fantastic.
Was it? I never saw it.
Loved it.
I
It was
never saw it.
so good. And if they
It was
take,
by it's by the same people.
I don't know.
Oh,
I just know that if they take any notes from that,
that'll be good.
it'll be amazing. Absolutely.
Do you know anything about it at all?
There was
I haven't,
nothing-
I haven't been following.
The
it
trailer was just.
I haven't even-
I mean, it was just
seen the
like
trailer.
Master Chief's back.
It's like a teaser trailer.
I mean, it was horrible. Yeah. You
Okay.
got nothing from
I
it.
have not. I'll look it up, but I have not. Unfortunately, I haven't been following this at all.
They have a lot of stuff gearing up for it. It seems like they're really prepared this time, unlike ODST or. Well, Reach was okay, but ODST didn't seem like they were prepared at all for
Filler
it.
game.
It was a filler game. Like they even said it was a filler game.
Yeah, I understand that. Just
The only thing
Walk
that made
around
that
their
substantial
story.
as the
Walk around
title
their
was
story.
you got every DLC map along with that.
Yeah.
Which I mean I think that's 4 or 5 packs. So that's the only reason I got it.
Oh no, just I played Halo 3.
I played Halo 3 too.
Yeah, got my ass whooped.
Coincident. Oh, recently?
Yes. Just the thing stuck in my head is I couldn't run at all. I was just in a slow pace.
It's back then. It's still rock paper scissors.
The rock paper
Halo.
BR.
Halo had been rock paper scissors for the longest time. Landfall was really good. I did reserve the legendary edition of 4. It's supposed to come with like an hour and 45 minutes documentary in the making of, and then Forward Unto Dawn, and a bunch of other stuff that I'm not 100% sure on. But I'm really excited about the Spartan Ops, where they're going to release every week. They're going to release another mission to play with co-op. So making it like seasons of a TV show is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Jizz in his pants.
Just really neato.
It's ridiculous. They were talking about a Contra reboot. And actually, something.
On anything.
On anything, yeah.
That will be played massively
Did you ever play any of the...
among people.
Did you ever play any of the Contras that were like, what was it, on PS1? An attempt at another Contra that was like a...
I played Metal Slug, which is not anything like Contra now that I think about it.
That was really fun.
I like Metal Slug.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So now we can talk about one big topic of mine, and this will just be the rest of what are we talking about.
PSO.
We will expand. No, PSO. We'll talk about that. The Japan releases this month, but when it comes to, we can talk about it. But no, EA.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much came out and said they want to be 100%
Download.
No hard media.
I can see that. The progression of that, because I feel like they're pushing Origin into almost every game that comes out. Track this on Origin. Do this on Origin. More immersive experience on Origin. Log into your Origin account.
What's the name of it? Gailarku?
I don't know.
A streaming service
Oh.
similar to Steam and Origin.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to also say this is going to be competitive to Steam a little bit.
Attempt. Origin is an attempt to compete with Steam. Mm-hmm.
Shaq, give us something, brother.
I don't like Steam. Well, I don't like that it's going... I don't really PC game that much. If I do, it's an MMO. So.
Well, no, we're talking about EA. So all of games.
All console games will be
All
streamed.
anything EA
There
does.
will be no hard.
Yeah, there's no
media
discs anymore.
They're going to lose a bunch
For-
in sports then.
Yep.
You know how many people are not going to go buy Madden anymore if it's hard copy?
If it's not hard
I
copy.
mean, so
Well, if it's strictly
digital
download.
media.
Because this was another thing they were doing with that EA was doing was making you pay more to get the multiplayer experience. Pretty much on any game, if you bought it used, you had to pay the extra like $10 to play online. So they've been leading up to this for a couple of years now.
You miss old school games when you don't have to. You don't have to pay for DLC. And you go to Mario and you're like, oh damn, these levels weren't here.
That
My
leads
first
me into a fantastic point. I want to clarify something that came back at me from our last podcast.
From who?
My brothers, my family.
Oh, they watched it. Thank you for watching. If you watched this one,
Most everyone watched the first one. The first half.
the part one,
And they're like,
Everyone else was like,
because part 2 was an hour
that
and 15
hurt
minutes.
my head watching part one.
Yeah.
And once they recovered from that, they were like, I don't know.
We dumb it down in part 2. We dumb it down. Wreck-It Ralph. We dumb it down.
Well, part
Don't worry.
2 had probably the most relevant to my experiences, Diablo 3 and my
Diablo
culture.
3,
That was the whole.
Yeah, if you get past the Pokemon, I thought.
Yeah, that was
I more enjoyed the Unreal Talk than
yeah.
anything else.
The Pokemon kind of.
It's taken over our
So
podcast.
I have to clarify something that confused, running around saying well, Johnny said there's not going to be another generation console. Johnny said there's not going to be another. It is not what I meant at all. There will be one more generation of consoles. They've been in production for years. The next PS4, Xbox,
The PlayStation
whatever.
4 has been.
There's going to be the Nintendo.
Yeah.
There will be one more generation
Yeah.
of what we know as consoles.
That'll be like the farewell.
That's it. That's the end of the generation of consoles. And that's what it'll be called, the generation of
Yeah.
consoles. And then they're gone. They're done.
Really, really quickly though, are you kind of like the clairvoyant prophet among your family? Like Johnny said this. Johnny, like he just.
When I said that, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
became,
so I always forget I have to preface these things.
You
with,
became the Muhammad of.
Game Jesus.
Beards for. No, so
But I mean,
they took what I said as there won't be another PlayStation.
if it's not console, then what is it? I would still consider buying a tablet, plugging it into my TV. That's still a console to me.
We're gonna go to a place, sit down in a chair.
Is it going to be just called tablet gaming?
Maybe tablet gaming, mobile gaming. It's the end of the.
But no, I think
Generation
that
of-
blurs the line between mobile, because there's mobile and then true mobile, something that's designed to pick up and take with you, like the Vita or the 3DS.
3DS
If
XL. They've
it's not-
confirmed.
Oh God, with the freaking! I'm not even going to say anything because you haven't given me good titles to play on it,
So
other than Resident Evil.
they're
talking to-
they already are. They've been developing for at least 3 years. I mean, the hardware's already there.
Right.
It'll be.
It
We'll
exists.
see it. It'll come out. It will be. Here's what I make it akin to. When we went from cartridges to CDs, when that sort of changed, it shifted. When we went from standard 2-player plug-in to now we have 4 controllers
And now
per
we have-
console. When we went from saved games on a cartridge to saved games on a removable media that you can keep with you forever, these were all changes that took place, and they took place gradually. Where one
Right.
company, Nintendo 64 was 4-player plug-in, but PS1 was still just 2-player plug-in.
Yeah.
You had to buy an adapter to play 4-player.
Jesus Christ.
Which I
Um,
never did.
I
I don't know.
got one of them.
For what game though? For what game did you do that?
with
Nightfire.
with EA going all digital, and they're the only ones right now, different companies make these small changes. Evolution is not something that takes
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
abruptly.
Definitely.
It is something that is a small change over here and a small change over there until you turn around. So where you guys, and I go into the interview that you had with Eldar,
Right.
when he said that, he said Sega as his first console, and he was gaming, and that's when he got into gaming, and I was just like, damn, I was 12 by that point, there had been so much that had happened.
They are younger than you.
I heard, and you guys mentioned Legend of the Dragoon, and after our last Legend of the Dragoon was, and I was right. It was my facts last podcast were really spot on. I went back and fact checked myself a lot. 2 years after Final Fantasy VII came out, that's when
Yeah.
Legend of the Dragoon came out. So if you hadn't played SNES Final Fantasies,
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VII. Okay, if your first experience was Legend of Dragoon, you didn't transition. That's
Right.
that's where you were
Yeah.
dropped in at.
Because where I was when I picked up the Nintendo, I wasn't at the mindset to be capable of fully enjoying an RPG.
And see, whenever I played Final Fantasy on the NES,
Yeah.
I was 5.
Yeah.
I
Like
was
being
definitely at the mindset.
at 9
to-
and 10, I was ready for Dragoon as what I had.
Right. And at that point, I was, when Dragoon came out, it was 1999. So
Yeah, I was about 9.
So
8 or 9
I
or something.
was already 15 at that point. So what I mentioned as a paradigm shift, and I think what really made the people who came to me and said that think that was when you said 5 years from now, and I was like more like 2. What I'm saying is we're on the dawn of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. My son is gonna grow up similar to how you guys grow up, where you guys were dropped in on Legend of the Dragoon, but
But we're not like
you
we're
guys
not the-
more. my little brother, my 13-year-old brother, for example, is going to hold Mass Effect in such high regard.
Yeah.
And say, oh, this was amazing.
This was Dragoon.
Jonathan is going to be y'all's age and say Mass Effect sucked balls.
Yeah.
He's going to say, why was that even a game?
Right.
Because he's transitioned into this new mobile tablet gaming.
Like my
existence.
kids are going to be born into being able to read books on a screen, and they're going to say, why was this written on paper?
Just have to clarify that. EA doing DLC, Sony purchasing a streaming.
Yeah, this
streaming
is all
thing.
proof of what you're saying. The paradigm shift.
We're on the
100%.
dawn of it. We'll see in other consoles. That is the
Because this also saves tons of money in production for discs,
Waste.
for cases, for shipment of the games, all that stuff. They save tons of money by going completely digital, but they also risk losing huge amounts of their customer base.
Console damage.
Which I'm not saying they will. I'm not going to change the way I buy games because of that.
I said it last podcast. I've been through paradigm shift. I'm telling you right now.
Because I can't see the Madden, the NCAA, the MLB. I cannot see those guys being big straight downloaders, like what Shaq said. Because those are the guys that don't do the research on what they want. They go to the store and they look at the box, or they might do like the point system where you go and buy the card for it or something. I'm not sure, but
So
with pushing of Origin the past year or two, and the pay to get the content that's already in the new game, this has been a while coming.
it's great for me.
Why is that? What do you
Indie game development is
on the rise?
It
hard.
is. If you jump on that, if you can get on that, I'm getting on that.
I mean, indie game the TV. Watch this. This directly applies to the paradigm shift.
I'm telling you right now, the creative minds, brilliant minds like mine, who have the passion and they desire to tell this story.
Yeah.
We have a platform to.
Right.
And we don't have to print out a bunch of fucking boxes and paper art and,
Right.
burn. Don't have to do it.
One of the points the programmer for Super Meat Boy said that why would he want to go to Activision or EA
Why have a
somewhere
fucking boss?
and sit in a cubicle and desk and code away and slave years of their life when they can do all that at home? What's $60 million among a team of 1,000 people? And then their bosses, and then their bosses. That's not much when it gets spread out like that. But $25 million among two guys,
It's a lot of fucking
that's
money.
a lot of money. And that funds their next project. So, I mean, I really don't know what else to say after that, because that's pretty much it to me. Like,
I'm looking for an audio engineer, somebody who likes music. I'm looking for an artist, somebody who likes to draw character models and maps and terrain.
So you have an idea going on, right?
$1 million.
I've been drawing a lot.
I saw that.
I've been drawing a lot
I
more
need, you
since
to pick,
then.
I need you to pick up a tablet.
Right? Oh my god, I need a Wacom tablet, like, hard.
I need.
That's on the list of a million different equipment pieces I need right now.
I can do everything else.
You need a writer?
No.
You're a writer?
I can write.
You're a writer, that's right.
I can write. I don't mind other writers or the idea of other writers, but
Then,
so I have many games, because that's the other thing too. And I'll just say this right now. To me, video games are going to be the new movie
storytelling.
Yeah, they're the new book. They're the new TV show. They're how you're going to tell a story. And I've always wanted to tell a story in that fashion. I'm a really good storyteller, but I'm also a really good programmer. So
It's programming. I'll get you some sprites, man.
I need sprites. I need level design.
I don't know I'm just gonna be pulling shit out of the air, so
I don't care.
Find a direction for it. Let me know where you're going.
Pull shit out of the air and I'll put it together. That's fine. I don't have it.
Cool. All right, so we're heading towards an hour right now.
We need to finish, yeah.
Does anyone have anything else as we approach?
I really love
As we're 5 o'clock.
your contacts.
Thank you.
No, I think that's it. I've covered everything. So, do you guys have anything else you wanna say before we close out?
I will be back next week with a lot more stuff because I'll have 2 games under my belt.
Okay, right on.
And just don't let him steal any of your.
Yeah, don't let me steal all of that.
Here's
Primo
can I
content.
give a suggestion?
To us.
Pick websites and tell the other one not to go to them.
Dibs on G4.
Dibs on.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, you call it G4. It's like 3 different websites in one.
I got it.
Yes.
All right, well, whatever. Anyway, so thanks for listening.
Dibs on IGN.
Damn it.
See, that's I honestly listening to y'all talk. I felt like y'all read the same websites, and so you had the same shit to talk about.
Okay. So yeah.
Well, I think it works if we'll talk about this off.
Peace it out.
Off air.
Let's peace
So,
out.
John Stinnett,
Johnstonette. See you guys later.
Shani Courtney,
Alright.
Shaq. I made a Facebook for us. Check it out. Like it. You'll get all of our videos on your feed. I forgot what the HTML is, but I'll put a link into it. It's like facebook.com/those Rumble Pack guys. Something like that. Rumble Pack Gaming. I'm Trey Quintero. Let's see your face, Justin Wood. Let's see your face. Matt Damon. Alright, you guys have an awesome week, and we'll be back next week.
Bye.